Muhammad Ali is perhaps the world's most recognized sports figure. The greatest died in June. His ideals in and out of the ring, a standard to live by. His wife, Lonnie, is carrying on his message with a new program called Ali 75, asking people to donate 75 hours of volunteer service to commemorate what would have been Muhammad Ali's 75th birthday next January. Lonnie, it's great to see you. Good morning.
So good to see you, Matt.
How you doing?
I'm hanging in here.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Each day?
Living each day with purpose.
I thought about Muhammad a lot in Rio. You know, we were there for the Olympics, and the Olympics meant so much to him, and he meant so much to the Olympic movement.
Correct. He did. That's where he got his start on the world stage, and he took advantage of it every minute he was in the Olympic Village in Rome.
You know, we've talked a number of times over the years about the power of Muhammad Ali. And yet I was wondering, as I sat at his memorial service, were even you surprised by the outpouring, by the stories of impact he had on others' lives?
Absolutely. You know, we had planned for this for the last 5 or 6 years, and I kept thinking, because it was Muhammad's wish that it be in an auditorium. And I said, Muhammad, nobody does that. He goes, but I want all my fans to come. I said, okay, so we did it. And I really thought maybe it'd be about 1,000 people. There was no way was I prepared for the outpouring that we had.
When I saw the hearse going through the streets of Louisville, we just showed it, and people running out in the street just to put their hand on the car to feel some connection to Muhammad, I thought it was one of the most moving things I'd ever seen.
It was. I was a couple of cars behind, and I was stunned. I was stunned at how many people were out in the city of Louisville and coming from all over the world to be a part of this.
Muhammad's message was bring people together.
Correct.
And we live in a time right now in this country and around the world when there's so much division. And I wonder, in the last years of his life, was he disappointed and distressed by that?
He was pretty distressed, especially some of the things that were going on in the world, because he thought that we had sort of crossed a line, across a barrier. And he was a little disappointed with that. But, you know, Muhammad was a man of eternal optimism. He always believed in the power of humanity. And that's what he touched in most people.
I remember you sent me a message from Muhammad after some of the anti-Muslim rhetoric that started to go around in the wake of some ISIS-inspired attacks. And it was profound, and it was moving, and it was powerful, and I missed his voice.
Yes.
You know, I wish so much that he could have spoken the words he wrote.
But this is what this movement that we are doing now with There is Ali in all of us. And when I say Ali in all of us, it's the humanity in all of us, because that's what Muhammad always touched in people, was their humanity. Regardless, he could always see it. So this was something I thought about for his birthday, prior to his passing, the Ali 75, to give 75 hours of service to others. Because Muhammad had this saying, service to others is the rent we pay for our room here on earth. And he lived that every day of his life. Every day of his life, he believed that. And that's the actionable path he pursued.
And it's so easy for people to do. 75 hours is not a lot.
No, over the course of the year. Because it's very simple. It's as simple as taking your neighbor to the grocery who can't drive or who is infirmed, or joining a 5K run. It can be anything you want to do.
And what I love is that this all came out of a conversation that you had with Muhammad, where he said, and I love this sense of self. He said, I want my death, when it occurs, to be a teachable moment.
Absolutely. That was who he was, Matt. Muhammad always lived his life with purpose to the end. And I think you were there, you witnessed it. It absolutely was a teachable moment. There were so many people across the world who witnessed, of all faiths, of all races, that witnessed Muhammad's memorial service.
Well, we've spoken a lot about what his legacy will be, and I think that's yet to be determined, but I'm really confident that his legacy is in great hands with you, Lonnie. I really
hope so. I hope so.
And I know he'd be so proud.
I hope so, Matt. I hope he is up there looking and giving me the guidance that I need to do this.
We know he is. Lonnie, it's great to see you.
Great to see you too, Matt. Thank you so much for having me.
Oh, it's a pleasure. And you can find out more about Ali 75 on our website, today.com.
Hello, Today fans. Thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Subscribe by clicking that button down there, and click on any of the videos over here to watch the latest interviews, show highlights, and digital exclusives.